Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I thought it would be cool to do a pick a card reading for today, looking into some hidden messages from the universe. Like and subscribe. Our choices for today's pick a card for pile 1 is the rose quartz right here. For pile 2 we have the amethyst. For pile 3 we have clear quartz. You can go ahead and meditate a few minutes over which pile to pick. So you're aware, I will have the timestamps down below. You can go ahead and check the description box or the comment section to find the timestamps down below, okay? I love you guys very much, and I will go ahead and get started with pile 1, the rose quartz. Hello to my rose quartz pile. Let's go ahead and take a look to see what messages came out for you guys, okay? For this week, we have the Queen of Cups that's coming out as your first card. Whether you are a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or maybe you are a Libra with justice here, I do see that your emotional side is going to prevail. Some of you guys could be doing some shopping, or you could be limiting or prohibiting yourself, recognizing where some of you guys had a habit of shopping. You may have even gotten spoiled recently by a romantic partner. If that is not you, I do feel here that some of you guys are recognizing where you need some emotional balance. You do have the Ten of Cups and you have this Queen of Pentacles that comes right after. I feel like you have been supporting yourself or circumstances around you. I'm getting that some of you guys have recently just either bought or remodeled a home. Some of you guys have been focusing on your children or focusing on changing a circumstance in your life. You could be looking for a new romantic partner, but I feel like you haven't come across anything other than like karmics and maybe one twin flame type of an energy. I do see a phone call that's going to be coming in rather soon where you need to handle responsibilities this week. I'm getting that a lot of you guys are going to be like focusing on bills, paying attention to a lot of circumstances when it comes to your children, focusing on home circumstances, keeping things clean and organized for pile 1. I'm seeing that you nurturing yourself, focusing on your abundance. Some of you guys could be doing a little bit of magic here and there around your money, your emotions, keeping them in balance or getting something to go in your favor, maybe even spicing your looks up, focusing on your appearance in some way, shape, or form. But there's going to be some change in your communication that you've been looking forward to. I'm getting here that some of these changes when it comes to like how people respond to you, but also what you've been getting in a certain amount of time. Like you may want something expedited. Your star seed, the way showers leading this ascension. You have the first wave of ascension here from this deck, number 40. It's crazy because I'm getting here that maybe you do need calm relaxation, a vacation here. I'm not getting that everybody is planning one, but if you have been thinking about it, there's going to be something that happens where somebody who is ideal, let's say you didn't have a partner or somebody that you wanted to go on vacation with yet, somebody's going to be getting back to you, and like having this person in your energy is going to get you like in an emotional response where you ask them how to. It says don't burn your bridges. All right. I'm getting here with number 3. Where did all my good friends go? Has it been hard for you to find people around you? I feel like as you have been choosing yourself and on a divine pathway, it feels like to a degree you may have chosen to it's like you chose you over some other people if you felt like it was toxic and unhealthy, okay? But as the veil is thinning, I feel like as you look around or something like that, it's like less and less people around you. And when you want to go out and travel, you want to put yourself out there, you either feel like people are in less than fortunate circumstances than yourself, or that you just don't have that many people around you. You could be like underestimating somebody else, though. I am getting that here really strongly. Like maybe you just don't know, okay? But I am getting here that with the first wave of ascension, this card right here, we need to take a look at it a little bit for you. It says the first wave of ascension people are those who volunteered to come to Earth to help the entire consciousness evolve into the 4D and the 5D. Many hundreds of thousands of special, ordinary souls volunteer to bring love and light to everyone they came in contact with on the earth. Okay? First wavers aren't always very popular or very successful in life. Some aren't meant to stand out in society because they have a very special role, and that role would be under threat if they were well known or famous. Some very gifted people do become famous spiritual teachers, and they have been specially chosen for this task. Okay, and it also says that first waivers had their memory erased before they came here. It says that they are the ones who don't always fit into society and who are the black sheep in their families. Is that you, Power One? Are you the black sheep, or do you feel at times misunderstood? I'm seeing that a lot of you guys may not have such large families, or you may not necessarily connect with everybody. You may feel very unique. You may feel like you have a special story too, that's coming through as well. They often don't want to be here on earth because they don't understand the violence. They can't handle strong emotions such as hate, anger, or fear, and often have quite a hard time living here. Those of you who are air signs and water signs, you could be very emotionally afflicted. You could feel like a lot of people take a lot of stuff out on you, although you don't deserve it. What's going to happen this week is you're going to feel like people are going to lighten up as the week progresses, like around Wednesday through Friday, maybe even Saturday for a lot of you guys, because I am seeing some crying. I don't know if you've been crying and if you're getting out of it, but I do feel here that it comes from somebody who just doesn't serve you, doesn't understand you, doesn't like to take the time to get to know other people as well. If it isn't you that's losing friendships and relationships, it's definitely this person. You need a hug, though. I am getting power one. And I do feel here that you deserve a lot of happiness, but you hadn't seen it from the people around you because of whatever was happening in the situation. But it says you're not alone. The universe may be hinting to you that you should find some new friends, more like minded friends who have more in common with you and want the same things out of life that you do. Okay. Um, it says if you've had the hard conversations with people who don't want to change and continue to treat you badly, then you really need to spend less time with them. But be open to them being more friendly in the future. So I feel like this could be an energy where you see more mutuality between you and somebody else, especially if there was something with not giving. Okay. This is called holding a space for them, as everyone has the ability to change and you can only hope for the best for them. It goes on further. There's an alternative meaning with this one, though, and I think that I'm going to read this one for you because I feel like it's important. Do you feel as if a friend is avoiding you? People are often just trying to get through life the best that they can be distracted by major life events, a heavy workload, or relationship, or other troubles. Give your friend the benefit of the doubt. Maybe they're going through something important, and maybe you haven't been there to support them or know about it, or you were this person who was going through a hard time. People wanted to give you space, part one. I feel like you need that reassurance and you need to recognize that people wanted to give you space. And the divine card is saying that there are better days that are coming ahead. This week, you should look forward to a lot of communication from the Most High, maybe signs and signals, angel numbers that alert you that better times are coming ahead, to look and think positive. There's something here about putting your best foot forward. I'm going to get a few cards of advice and oracle messages from the Cannabis Oracle deck. You have Yemaya coming out in Resurrection. A lot of you guys could be focusing on this situation of like resolving a lot of emotional wounds that you had, resolving a lot of conflicts that you've had. You may be asking or offering Yemaya some energy to help you to heal. If you ask her during this time, she's actually going to be very promising, as I do feel like you've been delegating a lot of things in your life. And when you're cleaning, purifying your energy, your Maya is great with purifying, cleansing the energy. And you have Orun, which is about joy and light, almost a sun card energy in comparison to tarot. So I get for Power One what's going to be happening. You may have some positive, wonderful conversations with some younger masculines than yourself. It could be a child, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. But I am getting here that there's going to be some upliftment that comes in there. May even be somebody who wants to alert you that they care about you. Some tender, loving messages that are coming through that you can look forward to. Be mindful if you are not truly interested in your true person, your counterpart, or the person that's coming through, trying to manipulate that they are your true companion in the meantime. I do get here and I am seeing some of you guys rolling your eyes to people who aren't genuine or honest during this time. And I am seeing that eventually this is going to lead to a separation sooner than you realize, because you're going to get a fortunate circumstance that comes in. It's not going to be this week, but it's due to some things that you have been working on in the prior weeks, pile one. And I'm seeing that there's going to be an eventual lead of like an eternal event. And the end of that is May. Some of you guys is going to start happening in March though. Your last card here, some of you may be in Aquarius. Okay, you have the restoration card. I really love this energy when you have Airwoe. It talks about somebody who is deliberately able to balance healing, focus on being selfish as well as self-evolved, and showing both sides to the universe and the world, where you are nurturing yourself, but you also have a lot to give and to show and express. Those of you who are artists, creators, and things like that, you may have just recently worked on some things. People are going to like it, attribute it to some of your best quality work, or you putting your best foot forward out there. I do feel like you have more to come and more to engage with, but I do feel here that there's going to be some sort of harmony and healing when it comes to your reputation. A lot of you guys have been getting a lot of guidance to do something related to like taking care of you, prioritizing yourself, focusing on your inner light, even focusing on like what you drink, okay, or like what you're intaking. Some of you guys, you could have been doing a lot of celery and carrot healing, eating whatever it is that you were doing with it. Some of you guys, it's different things like okra water, stuff like that. But I'm getting, nevertheless, here, you're finding things to implement in your environment, in your society here, to like help you. I'm seeing like plants that are going to be helping and supporting you. Okay. I'm seeing that a lot of you guys are going to be getting out into nature rather soon, wanting to engage with it once it warms up wherever you are. And if it has been a little bit warmer, you're finally appreciating this energy, and you're going to be able to, here and there, like subtly start to engage outside. Pile one, those were your messages for this week. You're going to be looking forward to a lot of things, planning a lot of events, journaling a lot, but trusting yourself, staying recluse, but like looking around, wondering if you should engage with people. You should, okay? Making sure that you're not losing out on these connections, all right? Those are your messages. I hope and pray that this resonates with you. Subscribe to the channel, thumbs up the videos if they resonate with you. I love you very much. Maybe check out the other piles if you feel like they resonate or you need some more clarity on something. I love you guys so much. Thanks for tuning in. Bye. Hi, Pile 2. I hope and pray all is well with you. If you chose the amethyst, this is going to be your message. All right. Let's go ahead and take a look to see. 1121 may be really significant, as well as 66 and angel wings. I don't know if you have an angel wing tattoo, or you have a shirt with angel wings, or you just like angel wings or something like that. You could be having some really important conversations at the beginning of the week. Whether this is like things that you need to attend to, you could have like an important meeting or date as well with the Ace of Swords energy. There's going to be something that's some like you have to tend to it. News, okay? Some of you guys are going to be traveling deliberately on the highway, okay? I'm also seeing that there's going to be some sort of improvement with technology, a mechanical fix, something that has been drawn out in your life. You're finally going to be able to move forward from this. This can also be some truths that come in when it comes to a relationship, where it stands. Also, something here if you've been career focused, or if you work online or with engagement. I do feel here that there's going to be some promising events. I'm seeing, why am I getting maybe? Somebody wants to say something to you. I apologize, Pal, too, but nevertheless, I feel and I'm getting that there's somebody here who is considering you for something, whether it's like a new job offer, opportunity, somebody who could be thinking about what they want to say or express to you. I feel like there's a lot that's been coming out, um, in connection to like what you've been experiencing in your personal life. There's something here with a lot of progression too, whether it's like a physical home improvement, something that you've been seeing in your life that you've been working on, or somebody else is. There's going to be some deliberate like improvement, progression, maybe somebody who's going to be updating you or inviting you to visit something that's been newly improved or renovated. There's also going to be something here where you shouldn't underestimate if people are coming through and something appears or resembles like they dropped the ball. There's miscommunication. Something is too good to be true. Somebody is scamming, frauding, not who they say they are. I'm also am getting, I don't often get this, but somebody who's not being themselves, their authentic selves, somebody who's not telling the truth or revealing them true selves. This could be somebody who's lying on social media about who they are, somebody with fake pictures, fake profiles, somebody here who is just deliberately not being honest or authentic. I'm also getting somebody who's not being honest about something that they promised that they would do. Somebody who is also not getting off their ass deliberately or holding true to their word is really important here. It causes some of you guys to move on this week. Towards Thursday and Friday, I feel like this is going to be exposed, the truth of the situation, because I'm seeing that by the end of the week, you're going to be leaving something out in the cold because you feel like you found better, you deserve better, or you're done with the mistreatment. Okay, I am getting here that a lot of you guys have put in a lot of like time, effort, or energy towards circumstances where it's no longer needed. Whether you felt misguided, you felt like there was something here. Like I'm getting for some of you guys, it could be a scam offer, somebody who is illegitimate. Some fake friend too is being exposed for those of you guys who have been dealing with somebody here who wasn't the most authentic or honest with you, forthcoming. Their true character gets exposed. Some of you guys, it could also be a counterpart. I'm seeing here if you've been trying to decide whether you should be in a relationship or separate or get yourself out there with being single here, it's saying you need to feel comfortable being single before you attract the right person, okay, about you, and feeling trapped with this situation, circumstance, or with other situations in your life. I'm also getting here for some of you, pal, too, you may be like stuck on the circumstance because you feel like there's something else that's not right in your life right now. There's always a way out of your difficulties, and I feel like the Most High is showing you that, although it had been tough at some points in time. I do see some of you guys getting a tendency towards loneliness, maybe why you chose the Amethyst pile here, but nevertheless, I do want to look into what these cards mean a little bit, just a little bit, okay, because they have like a lot of detail. I'm just want to skim through each one and see what highlights itself out to me. It says, if you are living or working by yourself and are lonely, this card has been given to you to encourage you to join social or sporting groups you may have an interest in. They're great for making new friends, and you can learn new skills like dancing or rock climbing. Okay, there's going to be something here that's going to be promising that puts you out there. A lot of loneliness that comes through whenever we see this card. And it also says that you need to include someone you know in your social events who could be lonely, maybe just like you. Okay, there could be somebody here who has been looking for a lot of things to get into, and you have been wanting to do this as well. It says there are many single people out there who may have had a family at one time, divorced. Something is important about that. Or lost a partner whose children have left home. There's somebody's life that's changed since you've last spoken to them. Okay. And it says, don't assume they are okay by themselves. Extend an invitation wherever you can. The alternative meaning here says you have a close friend who is going through a very traumatic breakup and they need someone to listen to them and you want to be supportive. We can take on their emotions, so ask your angels to come in and what? To come in and protect your energy before you talk to them, and also clear your energy after you have spoken to them. Some of you guys may not know about this breakup, or you do, but I feel like when you find out a situation, you're going to be surprised either how quickly somebody has moved on past that situation, but it shows whatever action they take. I don't know why I'm psychically getting this. You're going to be like, girl, like, God, what the fuck? But for a lot of you guys, this is a female, and you're going to be like, why did you make that motherfucking choice? Something about the choices that they make, you're going to question. Because being in a relationship doesn't guarantee you're going to be happy. Just observe how many people in committed relationships are not happy. Do you want that to be you? Fuck no, I don't want that to be you either, pal, too. And I feel here that you're not spreading that energy. It says you will meet the love of your life when you are both a match to each other and when the universe deems it time. Please don't be disappointed if you are single for a long time. Just keep working on yourself and everything will work out for the best. I feel like there's not a lot of great options around you, and you may be self aware or like you can smell it. You can smell it, you can tell, but you're very compassionate towards yourself. And I do feel here that you are still attractive or attracting your true counterpart. It's just, it's dry. is deserted other than that. So you have this 46 card telling you to hand your challenges to source and relax, knowing everything will work out for the best. Let go of the past and trying to control situations with your physical self. Some of you guys may have been pushing yourself too hard, or you may have been force controlling, like when you start to push too hard in one direction where you excessively like work out, exercise, focus on your health, and then you start to take breaks, and then you like can't cut yourself any slack. You start to bully yourself. Okay, you start to become your own worst enemy. I'm getting that for some of you guys, not for everybody, but there's something here with that push and pull where you started to do that. Okay, it says your true inner power comes from your inner self, and that is 90% of your absolute power. So you need to be mindful and conscious of what you're telling yourself and what you're focusing on, what you're tuning into, and what you are, stepping away from. Being conscious that you are stepping away from things that you acknowledge maybe you've outgrown or just don't, serve you and who you are anymore. It says sometimes there's just some things you don't want to do, and some people you don't want to be involved with, but you have obligations. This could be people that you no longer connect with, but maybe you share children with, relatives with, things like that, responsibilities. Animals could also be important here too. It says, let those memories go and know that Source and your angels have everything under control. Ask them to surround you in protective white light for the whole of the time you are in this tricky situation, and approach the situation with an open heart. Okay, and it says everything will turn out better than expected, so you need to trust that the Most High has your best interest at heart. Pile 2, it says it is good that you were doing something difficult recently. I feel like there's something that you've tried, but at first you may not have thought that you were going to get the results that you were expecting, but there's going to be some sort of turnaround, because it says you will feel huge satisfaction when you have achieved your goal. Worthwhile endeavors often bring huge challenges. Ask your angels for help to get you through. They are very willing partners and enjoy helping you every single day. Okay, and it's telling you not to give up, to keep relaxing, that you're doing very well. Take breaks if you need them, and to keep going, especially if you're focusing on something with the intellectual areas, whether it's you in an institution, a school. Some of you guys, you could be going back. Um, I'm seeing somebody who could be focusing on cosmetology. Okay, focusing on massage therapy too, or having an interest there in some sort of trade. I'm seeing too. But like when you're focusing your intelligence, is very important for you to take breaks, to relax, to focus, to remember to focus on self-care. I tend to notice that people who do that are really the most successful in their regions and what they do. Okay, and I feel here that you've been pressured a lot. It says, are you feeling pressured by those around you to do what they want? Make your own assessment of the situation, do your own research, and make your own decisions. You are not a sheep blindly following all the other sheep, especially if you have projects with people, or you have to engage with other individuals. You could find it hard to engage with stuff that you used to do because you've been focusing so much on your responsibilities now. And I also am seeing this shift. You may have professors, bosses, and people who want you to do things in a certain step or ordered manner. And I feel here, whether you have Leo placements or Aries placements here, or that drive, I'm picking up that a lot of you guys have had to do a lot of nurturing on yourself. You tend to do this a whole lot for whoever I'm picking up with POW 2. But with accountability here, I'm also getting that, let's say you had to like focus on a personal situation, whether it was a move. Some of you guys, you had a separation as well that happened either right before or right after. And I feel here that you really had to trust yourself, your circumstances, and you had to focus on trusting your independence for the first few times in your life, for the like you made really important decisions recently, Pal 2. And as you've done this, I feel like you start to declutter your life next. You start to reprogram and start to recalibrate, recognizing that maybe you're in a new space and environment. What's going to happen this week is you're going to recognize that you want like something brand new. Okay, and it could be something that's grandiose, especially if that is a part of your energy. I wouldn't be surprised if you have a lot of Leo and Aries in your chart. And I could also be picking up on your Vedic. Okay, but be very mindful here. I'm getting this energy. You could love your parents. Your mother could be very significant. Not everybody. can love their parents both, is what I mean. But there's like a special connection with the mother, the maternal figure here. And this could even be that you or somebody else is getting some sort of home improvement, or there's something with a pet that I'm picking up on. Why the fuck is there an animal? A bird cough, a dog cough. This is not going to be for everybody, of course, but I'm getting here. Um, some of you guys might need to clean out like dust areas if you have animals. If you have children, there's something here where you're going to be deep cleaning rather soon. Some things that maybe you either let pile up. I don't think a lot of you allowed this to pile up. This could be things that you didn't get to before, or what you don't normally see or connect with. There's something here about you deep diving and getting to like the deeper surfaces. Let's check out this Beyond card though. I don't know why I was getting the vibe to do that, because I've never actually read this particular one. And funny enough, I've read most of the other cards. If I can find it. You had Ua Aljana. A mother wraps her arms around her son as her wings envelop him. Ua Aljana is the fairy godmother of spirit and brings a message of protection. You are always loved, guided, and protected when Ua Aljana appears. She has seen the struggles of life and chosen them for her path so that she can better serve the world. Around her feet are elements of her medicine bag. I said a cow feather. It's a crow feather, honey. A hawk's tail feather, tarot cards, a hand drum, a spider, an earwig, and a vial, antique keys, and tea leaves. She reminds you that it's not always love and light, sunshine and rainbows, and cute baby kittens. The element of life are real, and they are not one-sided. Ua Aljana teaches us that when death knocks on our door, we cannot control who stays and who goes. We can live right now and know that nothing lasts forever. So you might as well enjoy it while you can. If you have someone who has transitioned to non-physical, this card is a sign that they are with you. That is really important for this message. I'm getting here that some of you guys have been getting chills, or you've been missing someone lately, or you've been shocked recently by something that has transpired. You may need to know that this person has been around your energy, sending you love, holding you dearly, maybe sending you love and support. Even if you don't know this person, it could just be sending you some condolence energy or some support because you've been so nurturing and caring towards them. They could be showing you that they care about you a whole lot, and attributing this energy to maybe helping you just a little bit to support your energy, sending you gratitude, hopefulness, just a little bit of some comfort as well, especially if you've been needing like a little bit of a hug, close companionship. They may be the one who's been encouraging you to take your ass outside, put yourself out there doing something, getting your energy moving, okay? But pile two, those were your messages. I hope and pray that this resonates with you. If it did, thumbs up the video, comment down below, share, and subscribe. I would love to read for your energy. Thank you so very much for tuning in. Maybe check out the other piles and see how they resonate for you. I love you so very much, and thank you for tuning in. Bye. Hi, Pal 3. I hope and pray all is well with you. If you chose the clear quartz, let's go ahead and tune in to see what messages came out for you. Some of you guys might like the song Life is a Highway. Like, y'all had me like wanting to sing this shit right before I got on. But you have the Three of Pentacles. You have some sort of support that's coming in. There's somebody here who wants to help you when it comes to work engagement. Putting yourself out there. For some of you guys who have collaboration that relates to something that you do with a small business or something that you do as an entrepreneur, like some smaller endeavor that you have going on here, I feel like there's somebody here who wants to like take advantage of your circumstances. And I feel like it's a small business because I'm seeing some of you guys might have had a situation where it was small courts. You might have considered taking it there or something like that. Be very careful like with this person. Also being very cautious about like what you put out there and what you tell people. I was also getting that if you're working on some sort of endeavor, secret project, here and there have been a few people who want to know what you're focusing on and are getting hints, are really interested and curious about what you have going on. Some of you guys, it could be simply a gender reveal where you have family members who are wanting to celebrate with you, especially if you might have like Some of you guys might have developed multiples, okay? But that's not going to be for everybody here. I was getting where like your family might be talking, collaborating, wanting to see what you have going on too. And maybe you've been deliberately keeping this from them, keeping something secret, hiding here. I do get where there's something of interest that is coming through. I was getting that there's something here about what's happening in regards to like your luck, your fortune in this week. Okay. I'm seeing here that, like, let's say you overspent or you overgave to a lot of situations here and you exhausted yourself and exasperated your options here and your choices. You have somebody who doesn't want to give up the chase, the hype, who doesn't want to accept that either something is your fault, that something's not going to work out, that they've exhausted their choices, especially if you were one of their options and you're the secure person in this circumstance, file three. I feel here that you had somebody that you were over giving to, and I feel here that this is somebody who uses your stuff as though it's theirs. And given that, you know, some people may have shared circumstances, finances, stuff like that, I feel like this is one of those situations with greed involved. And I feel that you are also tired of dealing with people here who wanted you like short at the end of the month when you work doubles and shit. Okay. I'm getting that you're going to be experiencing a lot of breakthroughs. You're going to be having a lot of fiery attraction and passion coming towards you. This isn't something that you don't want. Okay. It's more like this. You're having a breakthrough with hardships. It may have been hard for you to date because you may have a big family. Maybe you stay with your family. Something here with that situation. That's not going to be for everybody here, but I feel like there's something with a circumstance where maybe it was hard for you to do something. I'm getting that some of you guys might even be considering stepping back from a situation because it's valuable, best. It's a better decision than what you thought. It's going to help you to delegate too. Giving something to a relative, a family member, especially if you've been struggling on the move or you have a difficulty whilst traveling. There's going to be somebody here where you can make an important call. Even this difficulty, it might be like something where you make like a quick call to somebody while you're on the road and let them know, boom, hey, I gotta do this. Can you go ahead and run this out to me real quick? It could be something like that this week, okay? But I feel like you need to know that somebody's going to be there for you, supporting you, or somebody's going to become more. You can contact this person, reach out to this person, engage with this person more than you realize. Maybe you took something a bit harsher than what somebody intended. That's what I'm getting here. And I feel here like you're definitely not the type of person to push your energy on somebody. What you don't know is this person isn't either. Like, they could be more chill than what you give them credit for. There's something that's coming through about a person. I'm seeing somebody who might like be somebody that helps you to caretake or would. Like, maybe you need to know that because it's going to be important for your future endeavors. This person's going to help you. This is somebody that maybe you didn't know too closely at some point in time, but this person is meant to be an important person in your life. You guys get the same card. In fact, I'm not going to take this, but I do know that some of you guys that are star seeds and you're ascending and things like that, you can attribute that a lot of things are going to grow and be prosperous in your life and the new and upcoming season. But I feel like this is more the important message too, because I got a yell like that wasn't the right card. Then karma popped out immediately, okay? So it wasn't just me getting the vibe. I feel like it was somebody else. And I feel like there is somebody that's running away from your energy that you don't want around you. It says, for every action, there is a reaction. Every thought, word, or action has consequences. And don't burn your bridges. There's a friendship here that is really important here that you didn't pay attention to. And I feel like there's going to be something promising about this. You need to know that this card often talks about a friend that is going through something traumatic, whether it's a breakup that you didn't know about, a divorce, a separation here, somebody who is misleading this life of love and light when they ain't fucking happy and they miss you, friend. Like, I feel like this is somebody here who they've needed to get out. They needed the same things that you've needed if you're the friend, okay? And I'm also getting here, it's almost like you've banished yourself. What's up? Pal 3. It feels like a lot of people feel desolate from you, like they haven't heard about your life. Maybe you didn't want your life business all out there. But nevertheless, that's normal. It says clear your energy and your karma by becoming very aware of everything you think and say, okay? Changing your thoughts, words, and actions to only love and kindness. Send love and forgiveness to everyone. We reap what we sow. If we cause pain and suffering to another being, we in turn must suffer in this lifetime or another. All right. So I feel here that there was something energetically that you had to put into perspective when it came to that concept. And I feel like philosophically speaking, you were able to do that after some point in time, but you had to heal and recover the guilt factors. Or if you had like some cords that were coming towards you, or projected energy from you or somebody else, even a separate situation in a friendship here, okay? This says something about having traumatic childhoods or traumatic relationships that came up, and the back and forth push and pull that I'm picking up energetically that came from that, as well as some of you guys having some imprints, not everybody, but from your past lives, okay? There was something here that resurfaced here, and I feel like you started enacting on some patterns that affected your karma, and you started reaping what you sowed, but started carrying on some energy that you didn't need anymore. All right. It says if you have or if you find it difficult to forgive someone mentally, send them divine love and forgiveness. If you're able to, don't do this towards a motherfucker that has done the unforgivable. Don't mistake this, okay? With time, you will be able to forgive them and recognize the part they played in your spiritual evolution. If they want to continue in negativity, that's on them and their karma, okay? Yeah. It was going on. I wanted to see what else it was talking about. It's pretty much like saying the same thing. You also had number 3 with "Don't burn your bridges." There was another card that I read for, but I feel like this one is more resonant for you. I'm going to focus on some of the parts here that come through that seem like they're going to really pop out for pile 3. The universe may be hinting to you that you should find some new friends, more like minded friends who have more in common with you and want the same things out of life that you do. I'm also getting, it says, you never know when you are going to run into your friend again, and you will more than likely run into them again. Okay, so keep relationships friendly. So, like I said, somebody's going to play an important role and part in your life. Okay, and I feel here that some of you guys, you struggle with engagement, or a part of your life journey, you've learned that maybe you do struggle when it comes to like getting to know people and keeping friendships for a long period of time. Pile 3, I'm getting here that somebody's going to have like the same confliction as you, so they understand it a little bit more. And I'm seeing here that this person they've learned how to delegate, just like you've recently learned how to delegate. I'm seeing somebody here who's going to be really excited to engage with you in spite of like all of the difficulties that they've experienced as well as you've experienced. I feel like it's been hard for you to keep things a secret, to keep things going. Maybe you secretly moved, changed positions in your life. I'm also seeing some of you guys have changed, like in physical, forms, okay? Whether it's your hair growth, your body, your weight, your nutrition, you have this glow to you. You seem like you shed skin, you're lighter. It feels like you're healthier energetically, from what I'm getting, pile 3. But with just go, I'm getting that a lot of you guys have gotten up from a lot of circumstances that wanted to keep you down, and you've broken away a lot of blockages. Shit. Divine Earth. I'm here for this. Water is going to be really significant for you, and promising. Some of you have been doing some hug a tree, focusing on your scent, your fragrance, focusing on your upper body. I'm also seeing here you've been truly nurturing your abundance or trying to manifest this. I'm seeing a lot of you guys have been attributing a lot of moving factors to music, frequencies, listening to a lot of things that are going to get your energy moving, or focusing on the high vibrational. You had like some energies that wanted to keep you stuck and down in depression. And I don't attribute Pal 3's energy to commonly liking depressive energy or staying stagnant for a long time. Okay. So it may have been hard for these people to do this, or it may have been one of those things where people, for a period of time, either thought that you didn't look like yourself, you weren't acting like yourself, pile three. A lot of you guys dealt with circumstances where people may have come across you, didn't know that it was you recently. Okay. And I feel here that a lot of you guys are going to be breaking away from chains and things that wanted to cause you suffrage. Let me find this card really quick. Arun Mila is often referred to as Ifa and saw the beginning of creation. He embodies wisdom and understanding through all destinies. He sits in front of a bright blue sky with his legs stretched out before him, a slight bend in his knee. He wears a yellow and green robe and sits as the diviner, with his cowrie shells beside him in a pile. In front of his lap sits a mirror with golden flakes on it. Where the shells fall, he creates a mark of one or two straight lines to decipher their message, something that has taken him many years of practice. He uses these readings to determine the outcome of any situation and comes to you when it is time for you to be called to action. Ifa is the path of the males in Nigerian divination, and the stern look on his face reminds you that he means business, all right? He knows all of the secrets about creation, and a candle sits at the front of the card to symbolize this, all right? It says, he is immensely powerful, some say more powerful than other Irishas. Arun Miller has his diving chain, or pill, and his palm nuts around his seat to symbolize what he brought to humanity as a guide. So a lot of you guys could really have a very powerful energy around you where it seems as though you're able to manifest things that others either struggle with, not able to retain. People may have a hard time keeping up with your energy. People may find themselves just coming through as a little bit lagged or stagnant. But I'm getting here that you're extremely blessed. You may be especially gifted with um, movement, with things. I'm seeing somebody who may move their hands like this, okay, and be able to channel and color up things, pick up on auras, movement, shapes of objects, okay, and signs, symbols, okay. That's a beautiful energy. I was getting that someone may be either picking up on a magical mirror or picking up on some sort of pendant or energy that they use to channel from. Some of you guys, this is an ocular mirror here, and it may not be like a clear seeming mirror. It may like be black or gray or something like that. Like it has a very unique color that's not going to be for everybody, but I did want to get that message out there because it came through for somebody here. And the last card that came through was walking meditation. Pile three, I'm getting something different now about like if you feel like you should just go from a situation or separate, that could be what the Seven of Swords means. But walking meditation says just go. The affirmation says, I attract good fortune like bees to honey. I am grateful for my blessings. You are ready to take it all in. What was taking shape in the cloud meditation has now shown you the path to take with courage. This card reminds us that when we need to walk it off, all right, is because we are better aligned to gain momentum in our lives when we put our bodies into motion. To break out of our habitual patterns of the past, we need to walk into our future. When we run on autopilot, the body becomes the mind, and we know when the body is the mind, we are not in the present, all right? Things things. Think of your future reality like it already exists in the quantum field. Find a place in nature where you will be focused and in tune with your surroundings and walk it out. Broadcast an electromagnetic signal of your intent for the day and believe that because you are creating in the quantum field, it has already happened because it has, okay? And the crystal pairing with this card is peridot. From what I know about peridot, is very refreshing. Is definitely something great to reset with. Is a great abundance attractor. Is great to balance the energy, give you this refreshing, cleansing energy. It also reminds you of lime a lot. It comes in forms of this bright green. Okay, and then sometimes I've seen it in darker hues, but then I've seen it in yellow as well, just ever so slight lime yellows and mustardy yellows. Okay. But there's going to be something that comes through with the green ones that's going to be really important, whether it's a ring or something like that, or a pendant, paying attention to it, paying attention to cleansing it. Also, keeping it away from things that are going to keep it entangled. All right. I'm seeing some of you guys could be invested in getting a new chain. I'm invested in something like that too, like a new setting for something too is really significant and coming up as well. Some of you guys have been wanting to distinguish yourself. You've been working hard. You want to like put your feet up and celebrate, enjoy those things. Okay. Pile three, those were your messages. I hope and pray that this resonates with you. If it did, thumbs up the video, comment, subscribe to the channel. I would love to read for your energy. Thank you so very much for tuning in. Love and light to you guys. Blessings. And I pray that this resonates. Pray you take care. Talk to you next time. Bye.